Hello ladies and gents, Fire Nixie here, and I'm bringing you a review of Albion Online. It's made by Sandbox Interactive, and this one's a little bit different. It is currently in closed beta, possibly until March, and the estimated release date is mid to late 2016. However, you can go to Albion Online's website and purchase a pack to play in the closed beta. So if you play now, beware you could come across bugs. Just do hashtag bug in the chat, describe what the problem was, and let them know so they can try and get to it and fix it. So when you start your character, you'll start off in your underwear on a starter island. And you'll have little tasks that'll pretty much just help you get your armor and weapons, so you don't have to run around in your underwear anymore, but I guess you could if you want to. And then you'll eventually work your way to one of the sort of starter towns where new people can go about their business, learn the game, do some basic crafting in a safe location where you won't end up getting killed by people. And it has everything from all the refining stations and crafting stations, and it's got an auction house and a bank that you can put all your stuff in. So in this game, it's pretty cool because your character, you start off as just a blank slate. You can do whatever you want. You can pick to be a mage, a hunter, a heavy armored swordsman, use a mace, a spear, bow, whatever. Or you could just go about and be a gatherer, or you can just strictly focus on being a crafter. It's your choice. The surrounding area in the beginners towns are all safe for you to travel. You're not in danger of getting killed by other players here. And this world map is just extensive. A lot about this game is extensive. But you've got like these main cities here where it's pretty much a player-run city. You can purchase lots and set up workbenches that you can charge other players a fee to use. Beyond the wall here, you start getting into the player versus player areas. And these are pretty much the danger zones. If you go into the red areas there and get killed, you can possibly just lose all your equipment. But of course, this is also where a lot of the good resources are. These areas are also where guilds will fight each other for territories as well. And then, oh my god, this is the Destiny board, and it was very intimidating when I first started playing. But this is what I mean when your character is a blank slate. These are all your possibilities. These are all the crafting skills, the farming skills, the gathering and refining and fighting. Just everything is all right here. And this white line here was pretty much the quests you had and tasks you had on the starter island, walking you into your character's life here. And then you've got the green branch, that's all your crafting things. You've got this blue one, which is all the gathering things. The yellow one next to it, that's all farming. And then above the yellow, you'll have the orange branch, which is all your fighting. So it's much easier once you figure it out, break it down, pretty much just work up your levels and master something. I would recommend specializing in a thing or two, but also maybe dabbling in other things, just so it doesn't get too repetitive and grindy for you. Now this game is all about just doing pretty much whatever you want. If you want to join up with a guild and do what they do, because there's multiple guilds too. There's like trade and crafting guilds, there's guilds that are all about player versus player and all that, and you could just do whatever you want, or you could just go off solo and just fight some dungeons, because there's dungeons that are meant for solo players if you'd like to do that. But what I wanted above everything else was my island. I wanted to be able to farm and to raise animals and just have an island all to myself. Now on your island you can build whatever buildings you want, and you could put a pasture, herb garden and all that. and then you collect materials and upgrade your buildings and take care of your laborers because people are running those buildings. Pretty much as far as I can tell, you just gotta keep them fed, so that probably isn't gonna be too hard. And then if you join a guild, they'll also have a guild island that's accessible to every member in your guild, which is also pretty cool. So the graphics and the sound in this game are pretty good. As I was making my character, I was really reminded of RuneScape. My character looks a lot like RuneScape characters. There's really not much of any story going on, which really isn't surprising because it's an MMO. You kind of make your own story as you go along. I don't really like the quests with the factions. They're kind of boring. They're very obvious kill that, get that, gather that sort of quests. So I wish those were a bit better. But that really doesn't bother me too much because I found plenty of other things to go do, especially once I learned I could get an island. I just wanted that more than anything. It was a little bit of a struggle getting started because once you get off that starter island, there is no direction. It is all up to you to figure out what you want to do. So I hung out in that little starter town for quite a while, just looking at the Destiny board and all the crafting and all the options that I could choose from. But it did make it a little bit overwhelming at first, seeing that big Destiny board in front of me. And of course, in all MMOs, asking in the global chat, you'll get some, I'll say mixed responses. Some will be very helpful, and of course there's always the trolls out there that decide to just screw with you. Luckily though, I was invited into a guild where the guy that invited me and a couple of the others were really awesome, helped me out, answered all my probably stupid questions, and ran me around showing me things and helping me out, so that was great. Another thing that's kind of bothersome is when I'm wanting to repair and salvage items, I've got to click, drag, yes, yes, click, drag, yes, yes. Just, it gets really tedious. But this game was also made to go on multiple platforms. You can play it on your tablet and on the computer. So I understand how it's not quite made for the computer since it's cross-platform. I did find in some chat discussion and forum that they may be working on a way to fix that, and just so you can like right-click things and they'll shoot over into the repair slot. That would be great if they got that going. Because when I got a whole pack full of stuff I want to salvage, that gets really tedious real quick. But like I said earlier, it is in a closed beta. They're still working on some stuff. Things have changed, been updated. Stuff will still get changed and updated. So I'm not worried about it. I'm still going to give this game a 4 out of 5 because I'm a little bit addicted and still enjoying myself. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe to the Echo Through Me Steam Army channel, and have fun out there, gamers.